I wake up and I go through my routine. And then I go to sit at my desk. From there, I start the never-ending work of going through my to-do list and facing the projects that are just half done, and this obligation of meeting after meeting and one thing after the other. It just gets overwhelming to be in the doingness of constant activity until my mind is just like, wow, is this really it? Just doing one thing after the other after the other? Are you feeling that way too? My name is Sylvia Mordini and I'm the founder of Life Inspired. I get it. I get how we can all fall into this doingness. But here's the thing. In the midst of the doingness, that truly may feel like it's never ending, and we're repeating one day after the next, like Groundhog's Day, that's when it's most important to pause and create a way to check in back into the present moment, because the doingness will make it feel like we're going faster and faster and faster, and the days will just all blend together. Monday will become Friday, and 1 month will become the next month. So there are easy ways in order to check in so that you can find a state of quiet and presence in the midst of the doingness. It's like the calm and the chaos. So one way is to have a check-in question. A check-in question that you can go back to over and over and over, whether it's starting the day, midday, somewhere in the afternoon, but you can go back to that question that helps you just come back and ground out. And it can be as simple as, how am I feeling? The more simple, the better. If it's too complicated and you can't even remember your check-in question, then it's not going to serve you. How am I feeling? How am I feeling? So that's one of my check-in questions, and I actually journal that first thing in the morning, and then I use it throughout the day. How am I feeling? And I'll even put hand on heart. How am I feeling in this physical body, this container? And how am I feeling in terms of my emotions? Because if I'm so stuck in the doingness that I've numbed out to all feeling, then I'm becoming disembodied, disconnected, separate from you, from the world, and even separate from myself. So emotions and using them to follow yourself back into your body is really important. So find a check-in question that you can return to time and again as a home base, right? Like in yoga asana, we have home-based poses we'll come back to reset, like a downward dog or a child's pose. A check-in question offers you that opportunity to catch your breath, pause, be present, check in, and then be more mindful as then you take on the next hour. So another technique to not get overly caught up in the doingness is to physically move 3 parts of your body. So you've been doing, typing, reading, scrolling, and we can literally become immobilized, just like most of the body not moving, shoulders getting tight, and just moving our fingers as we scroll, or our eyes. So move 3 parts of your body. It could be something simple like turning your head side to side. It could be standing up and sitting down, rolling your shoulders a couple, 3, 4 times. Yeah, clapping your hands, shaking your wrists. But 3 things, move 3 parts. Yeah, stamping your feet. And then from those 3 things, the mind resets itself and we're back to, okay, here I am in this present moment, rather than completely just immobilized, checked out, and starting to feel like a robot, going, where we lose time. So try to move 3 parts on a frequent basis, so that continues to get you back into the present moment and being more mindful. Just because we're looking at a computer screen doesn't mean that we're being really efficient. Yeah, you could just be staring and doing things at the speed of mud rather than taking these little moments to check in, ground out, and then come back to it. It'll make you a lot more effective in the work that you're doing, and you'll get to the end of the day with less mental fatigue and brain fog and just that feeling of heaviness. So check-in, question, move 3 parts. And then the other thing is to notice if you're breathing. And on your phone, and there are even apps to allow this to be automated, but on your phone, you can program it so that it gives you a little chime, a little ring reminder, even if it's every 2 hours, to take 4 deep breaths. Just inhale, exhale with sound. Inhale, do it with me. Exhale, make some noise. 2 more. Inhale through your nose. Let the nose act as that natural filter. Exhale audibly. Once more, inhale. When we breathe out with sound, it releases tension and it helps to let the nervous system start to calm itself down so that we're not constantly in this fight or flight, anxiety driven stoking of our nervous system, but instead of this fight or flight response, we're activating the relaxation response and just putting these little reminders in. Okay, because holding our breath can lead to increase in anxiety, that feeling of overwhelm. It also causes mental sluggishness because your brain gets tired before your body gets tired. So just breathing keeps you more effective and efficient all together, and we're then able to get more done with less effort. That puts us back when we're breathing. We're aware that we can only take 1 breath at a time. We're aware that we're in this moment right now. We're not in the future moment. We're not in the past moment. But breathing can only be done in the now moment. So these 3 things, using a check-in question, then moving 3 parts of yourself, and then taking 4 breaths every couple hours, can really make a difference. Now, these are small ways that we can be in the now inside the doing-ness. But there comes a time where what we really need is to spend more time in beingness. That's what we need, is to take a break, to recharge, to rest, to reset. And that's when taking not just a couple hours, not even a couple days, but taking a week off to really rejuvenate and come into being state as much as possible, rather than doing, so that you can find some internal balance and equilibrium, and you can be kind and loving towards your nervous system. Otherwise, no matter what little hacks we're using, it's like, imagine a glass of water and it's almost full all the way to the top, and these little things that I've taught you today will just reduce the water in the glass a little bit so it doesn't overflow. Otherwise, it takes just one thing to overflow the glass, and then that is the metaphor of illness, not feeling our best. And now we have an even bigger problem. So taking a break to rest, recharge, and reset, to be in a state of beingness, allows you to really reduce the water in the glass to maybe half full, so that it's not just one more thing, just that like, oh my gosh, before I lose it, but we're able to absorb the impact of all the challenges that come our way on a daily basis a lot more easily. We want to avoid just that like treading water feeling that can create more overwhelm, anxiety, and stress, and rather like reduce that so we can feel more at ease. And that will make life so much more enjoyable. But at the end of the day, sometimes the best answer is to put yourself in a place of being and just really give yourself that time to relax, to rest. We all need that, maybe now more than ever. And notice I didn't say what's required is a lot of money to do that. Whatever your budget allows you to do is what you do. But you can rest and relax right where you are as well. Turn off the phone, stay away from TV, spend time in nature. Just try to be quiet with more silence. Eat high vibration food that's filled with prana, life force energy. And let yourself recalibrate to a state of being. And what happens at first is when we've jacked up our nervous system to such a degree, moving into beingness can feel like there's something wrong, like boredom. Because when the nervous system is jacked, we literally get addicted or accustomed and habituated to chaos and drama. So not having that and just in a state of being may feel boring or like something's wrong. But that is our natural state, is to not spend all the time in chaos. There's nothing natural about being stressed out all the time. That's not the way that we were created. So these are the things that you can do to help maintain health and vitality on a day-to-day basis. And then on the bigger picture, making time to really set aside an experience to tap back into beingness. These are the antidotes. And I hope that you take them to heart and they inspire you to take action today to look after yourself better. In the meantime, if you're inspired by this video, please subscribe to my channel and click the little bell to get notifications. Take a big breath in with me. Exhale. From my heart to your heart, to the heart of the universe. May you love yourself, love your day, and love your life.